Okay, so today is March 9th, 2023, and we have something new, something different that we're gonna speak about today. We're gonna speak about Chat GPT and what Chat GPT is, what is artificial intelligence, and how is it gonna change the world of technology, and how is it just gonna change the world in general. So, if you haven't been made aware of this, ChatGPT is artificial intelligence, and it's basically it's scaring millions and millions of people into thinking that they're going to lose their jobs, and it could. Who knows what can happen? I mean, in the future, they're saying that cab drivers will be replaced with self-driving cars. I personally wouldn't feel comfortable with a car driving me around without a person in there. I feel more comfortable with a person in the car. Maybe a person in the car as well as the auto driving feature. However, just the auto driving feature alone scares me a little bit. Then again, having both could be useful, taking into consideration if the driver dozes off or if the driver is negligent or not paying attention for a minute. Maybe that can kick in. So that's just one area of artificial intelligence that is that's growing. But we're actually going to go into ChatGPT, and this is so interesting because there are so many kids using children in school kids. They probably don't like the fact that I just said that they're kids, but I'm just going to call them students. So there are so many students that are also using ChatGPT to answer their homework, to do their work for them. Let's just look at this for a second. Hello, how can I assist you today? That's what it said back to me. What is the square root of 81? And ChatGPT is basically, it can help me out with my math equations. Who is George Washington? It can help me with my history. What is the purpose of a red blood cell? Can also help me with my science. It can also, what is the stock market? As you can see, it can answer many questions. But how intelligent exactly is ChatGPT, and is it going to replace the jobs of many people? As we can see, we can come up with answers to certain things. Now, there are many fields of work, and there are many people who have jobs that require a lot of typing, such as copywriters. Can ChatGPT replace copywriters? And the answer is yes, in a way it can. However, this has, based off of all the research that I've done, there should be no fair in this at all, because ChatGPT should be used and utilized by developers, by investment bankers, by whoever else. It should be used as a tool, and that's how work can be pumped out faster. So can this be used to write code? Let's check. Can you create an HTML script for me? Well, let's see if this makes any sense. I'd like it to display my family tree. It looks like it can, and it looks like family tree. Got a title in there, style in there, body, okay, heading, self with the lists, the list parents, and then lists under that, parents too. Looks like it does. I I'm not going to test this out right now, but it looks right to me. Let's see if it can create, and I have tested this before, but let's just do it on video so that everybody can see. Can you create a TOS script? For those of you who are wondering, hold on, stop. I'm going to create a new chat. Can you create a TOS script? For those of you who are wondering, TOS is think or swim. Oh, I guess this, can you create a think or swim indicator study? A think or swim indicator study is basically a technical indicator that's used on the software think or swim. Over here is the moving average crossover, and it looks like it is creating it right now. So this is the indicator of the moving average 9 and 21 to place on a chart. Now let's see what happens if I copy this code and if I put it into my think script. I'm going to pause this video for a second so I can log in. Okay, and we're back. Now we're looking at the Tesla chart for the day, and I copied that study, and let's go to edit studies. Let's place this in there to see if it actually works. Now I'm going to create a new study. I'm going to paste the code in. Looks like everything is okay, and I'm going to apply it to the chart. Okay. As we can see over here, the study is on the bottom. This is an indicator study. Does it work? It's giving us a short signal over here. It looks like it would be okay. Giving us a long or an exit signal over here. Okay, that would have been profitable. Over here, maybe break even. Okay, not that great of a trade over there. That would have been a profitable trade. However, the exit would have been kind of late. However, it still would have been profitable. That would have been a loss. That could have been a winner. So as we can see, we would currently be in a short from the price dropping from 176 to about 175. So does it work? Apparently it is working. However, this still requires human effort, and hold on. And even though it seems as if it could work, if you created an AI robot or an EA robot that auto trades, I personally still would not trust a robot with my money. I wouldn't set something and just let it be, because if I do that and if I'm not monitoring my trades myself, the robot can do whatever it wants, and if there's a loss, then it's the robot's fault. But apparently it's my fault because I just let my I wouldn't be mindful, and I wouldn't pay attention to what's going on. So can it be used as a tool? Can I use it in addition to me being there as well? Yeah, I can. I see how it can help, and I see that it can do a lot, but I don't think AI alone and ChatGPT alone is going to change the industry. But we're gonna see what the future holds for us. Let's try creating another indicator. Can you create another TOS study? Let's see what it comes up with this time. What kind of study would I like it to create for me? Let's say a study using
A few moments later.
And I'm gonna go to edit studies. I'm gonna remove this study. I'm going to create a new one, and I'm going to okay, that looks like everything is alright. And okay, so as we can see over here, the parabolic SARS looks like let's zoom into this. Actually, looks like this would have been up. Let's zoom out, up, down. Okay, could have been a potential exit. Down. Okay, as we can see, this is okay. It's not that bad. However, it would require a lot of mindfulness, and I personally don't think it's as good as my indicators. And keep in mind that trading also requires, trading is a lot more than indicators. It requires risk management, it requires trading psychology, it requires many things. But so far it looks like this is okay. And let's just test this out for a moment. So right now I'm on a paper account. I have no problem admitting that, but I'm just to test this out. So I'm just gonna buy some right now. I'm just gonna buy the market over here, 100 shares. Okay, let's look at what happens. As we can see, we're in an upward trend according to this indicator. 3 bars in, we are down about $5. We're just gonna wait and see what happens, just to test if this chat GPT, we're down 10. Okay, I'm just gonna leave this here for a while and let it run. As I said, you can't really trust the robot itself, but well, looks like we're up $1. $5, okay. Not bad, not bad. Zoom out a little bit. I'm only going to stay in this trade for about, let's say, another 5 minutes, and I'm going to leave just so that I can test it out and see how it does. Oh, looks like we're down 15, and we're still on the upside. Could change any minute now. Okay, we're gonna close out of that because it just looked like it. We got into a short. I'm just gonna sell the market over here and see what happens. But based off of what just happened, looks like I was down about $57, and I lost about $57 in that trade. So, does it work? Yeah, it could work, but I think solely relying on, hold on. Solely relying on trading indicators like this that are created, it might not be the best idea. Like I said, I was going to stay in for another 5 minutes. We have another 2 minutes. This is the second beer candle. We're already down about $50 or $60. But like I said, I'm just testing this out, so I'm using a simulated paper account, so there's no harm in that. If you want to test things out, if you want to practice, it's usually a great idea to use a paper account to build that confidence. And looks like it's turning back around. I don't know why it just closed out on me, but this seems like the right amount. Still in a bearish trend. Let's zoom out a little bit. Seems like if I got in, yeah, I mean, these trades are closing out. A loss of about 88, 100 for the day, another 60 on this. I mean, if I got in over here and held on to it, yeah, it could have been somewhat profitable. As we can see, we had a loss. And keep in mind, in order to day trade, you need at least $25,000 in your account, and you need to have it set to a margin account. If you have under $25,000 in it, you'll be flagged as a day trader, and there will be consequences to that. Oh, looks like it's going back down, and it looks like P&L open. Okay, $100, not bad. We're up about 42 for the day, 129. Okay. And we're at the 5-minute mark. So, but it looks like it's dropping. Okay, so 252, 250. All right. Staying there for a little bit. I'm gonna close out in just a moment because I know that I said that we're just going to be looking at this for 5 minutes, but I guess I'm going to stay in it for a little bit longer. And by the way, I usually use my phone to trade. It's easier for me to navigate. It's easier for me to trade options using my phone instead of having to go back and forth on this software. And it is dropping. Let's see. I have about 280 on this trade, up about 250 for the day, now 300 on this trade. It's still dropping, yeah. This is it's not bad. But like I said, there's nothing as a set it and forget it type of mentality. You have to have the right trading psychology. You have to know when to stay in a trade. You have to know when to get out of a trade. It looks like this is a low for the day. It looks like this is hitting some of the trend lines. I'm expecting it to go to this level over here, 144.20. Alright. Hitting that level, see if we have a breakthrough. And it looks like we could have a little bit of a breakthrough. Let me see if I can. Okay, there's one. I'm looking at this line over here. And here it could have a reversal any minute now, or it could continue to drop. As we can see, we're up about 600 and about $700 on this trade, about 650 for the day so far. About 800 on this trade. Okay, 750 for the day. It looks like it broke through our trend line over here. Looks like it could continue to drop, but right now we're in good standings. Keep in mind it's 3:18. The market closes in about 45 minutes, and it looks like it's still going down. Keep in mind this is 100 shares. I got in right around here at $174. Current price is 173. Okay, looks like we're getting to almost $1,000 on this trade. Still dropping. We're above $1,000. Okay, about 950 for the day. Still dropping. So we can see it has broken our trend line over here. This would have been a good exit point, however it broke through that. I don't have the tool right now. Wait a second. Drawing tools. I said 5 minutes, but I'm in here a little bit longer just to show you the power of this. I rarely use this. I usually use a different charting software. Okay. As we can see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. If we were to continue on that, it would stop right around here. As we can see, we're up about 1,000 for the day, 1,100 for the day on this trade. 1.15 thousand, and it looks like it's about to turn around right now. So I'm gonna close out of the trade. There we go. So P&L for the day, $907 based off of this indicator. Keep in mind, if you can make that much in that period of time, you can also lose that much in that period of time if you don't know what you're doing and if you don't know how to cut your losses quickly. So this would require more testing. This was only about 10 minutes of 15 minutes of testing. I would suggest testing this out for a few days to see if it works and to build more comfort with it, and then using it for your funded account. And as we can see, the market is turning back around, so knowing when to exit these trades is a good idea too. We closed out at a good moment. It wasn't the best point to close out, but I did close right around here. It could turn around, who knows. The indicator is stating that we should have stayed in the trade, however I decided to get out. Alright, so does ChatGPT work? Do indicators created on this platform work? As we can see, yes. I tested it out live and it did work. However, it does require the right human psychology. You have to know when to exit a trade. You have to know the basics. You have to understand how this works. So let that be that for the day. The market's about to close in about 38 minutes. If you have any questions, just reach out and we'll get back to you. As we can see, it is turning around, so we got out at a good point. Today is March 9th, 2023, if you want to look into the charts yourself. So, yeah, with that being said, let's speak soon.